Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode 2 of the Parlay Game, Sports Gambling Made Easy. I'm your host, Ife, here with my brother T.O., here with my other brother Vic, ready to get started. Week 2 of the NFL,
Yes, sir.
rolling. How y'all fellas doing
Oh,
tonight?
good.
Man,
Good.
man, feeling good. Week 1 was quite interesting to say the least.
Yeah, very interesting.
Quite
Yes,
quite
it
interesting.
was real interesting. Interesting week for sure, gambling. We'll talk about that here shortly, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
Oh
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I know
I
you
know you
was.
thought.
Hey.
I know you saw the way,
Mm,
Hey.
the way you went out,
yeah.
the way that happened last night.
Hey, man, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But let's get started right out the gate. Week 1 takeaways. All right, we had a first week of NFL. Everything rocking and rolling. Let's start with you, Vic. What's your takeaway after
Hey,
week 1 in NFL?
if these goddamn players don't start playing in the preseason, bro, listen, man. This is what frustrates me. Like, you gotta get warm up games. You can't take the first game and just not play and think that first game of the season. Like, you losing. You really losing. Like, Joe Burrow coming out rusty. Of course, he was injured in the preseason. Of course, he was injured throughout the preseason. Jalen Hurts come out rusty. Lamar didn't play in the preseason. You got all these quarterbacks that didn't play in the preseason, and they're coming out not performing. Josh Allen, man, come on. These quarterbacks ain't playing in the preseason. They're not getting warmed up. They're not getting. It's a difference when you're in the preseason and you're going full go and you got somebody really coming at you versus when you're in practice and you're going in these joint practices and you got somebody coming at you, but they know to lay off the quarterback. So when them bullets is really flying, you really get the full intensity of the game and you really understand how the pressure is and how you need to move. So a lot of these quarterbacks, a lot of these players that didn't play in the preseason, they're getting injured or they're looking really, really rusty coming out the gate because I feel like they haven't played, they haven't got them serious reps in. So that's my take on it, bro. Like, you got to play in the
Yeah,
preseason.
A
yeah,
lot of rust in preseason. I mean, a lot of
yeah,
rust in week 1, a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes out the
yeah.
gate.
I mean,
Especially with the new NFL, they're not tackling in practice either. So,
yeah, right.
everything is live game action. So definitely saw
Yeah,
the rust here. A lot of low scoring games, a lot of unders hit. So
Yeah, a lot
yeah,
yeah.
of
No, I
that's
hear
the
what
name
you're
of the
saying.
game.
As far as I hear what you're saying. I feel you on the getting on reps in preseason or whatnot, but the way the Bengals went out against the Browns, there's no excuse. I don't give a damn.
I
At
called the
the end of the
Browns.
day, this is football. You're a professional football player. Man, y'all gotta do better than that.
I
What I was
I
saying from
told
the
y'all
Bengals
the Browns
was disgusting.
defense was for real this year. I told you the
I
Browns
Definitely
defense is
was.
but
for real
I called
this
the
year.
Browns. That was one of my hot picks of the week. I called the Browns, bro. It's just Joe Burrow. He come out the
Yeah,
gate every year flat, man. He missed preseason. He lose them
every
first
year.
1 or 2 games, bro. And it's just I seen a trend with that. But the Browns, they were just quiet and they were just focused. I could tell they were quiet and they just stayed the course with it. So, uh,
Yeah, the Bengals are actually like 1-4 or 1-5 in their last 4 or 5 season openers, like the last 5 years.
yep.
Like they always lose the first game, and then they start to get it going towards mid-season and end up always making the playoffs. So, I mean, I expect nothing less of the Bengals to lose, but I mean, damn, this the way they lost was so
Yeah.
disgusting. I'm like, what the fuck? No preparation or nothing. Like no fight, no pride or nothing. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely,
wild.
absolutely crazy.
Is that your week 1 takeaway? Your takeaway
I
from
mean,
week 1?
it's a lot of week 1 takeaways. First thing I want to say is, Vic, Brock Purdy called me the other day and he told me to tell you, put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name. Look, hey, he heard what you said about him last week on the podcast. He heard what you said about him. He said, put some respect on his name. He here to stay. He not bullshitting. That
Hey,
boy look great. That
definitely
boy
here.
look
Look
real.
good.
He's
I
definitely
you know
here.
I like Brock. I love Brock Purdy from Iowa State days. I told T.O. last year when he asked me about Brock Purdy, I say he a dog. I seen him at Iowa State play many games, and that boy was running all up and down the field in college,
It,
throwing the ball. He was that nigga. He played like 3 or 4 years at Iowa
yeah,
State. Like
he got a
he
lot of
got
reps in.
major reps
He got a lot of reps
in
in.
a high stress. Like Iowa don't play about their football. Like you got to be a
I
man
give you that.
to play
I'm
over
not
there.
even. I like Brock Purdy. My thing was coming back off the injury. I thought he was gonna be a little bit rusty, but he wasn't. He humbled me on that aspect of the game. But come on, Steelers, you talking about pride?
Oh
Hey,
man, they
Man, I
fucked
don't
up a
know who
couple of
went
my
out worse this
parlays
weekend
too.
between the Steelers and the Giants.
hey,
I couldn't tell you who went out worse, bro. That was just
hey,
a disgrace.
y'all was
Like,
definitely. I definitely felt last week y'all was definitely overhyping the Steelers. I don't know why. I did not like the Steelers at all against the Niners, but y'all for some reason y'all liked them with the
I
points.
like them,
I
bro.
don't know why.
Point.
I don't know why. The Steelers are the same Steelers from last year. They're just a little bit better, but same team from last year. The Niners are for real. That, like I said, that's
They,
my team to go to the Super Bowl. That's my team to go to the Super Bowl. That defense is ferocious.
they
The
not, bro.
offense is clicking like crazy. Everybody look healthy. The Niners is to the Super
It's
Bowl
week
is what I
one.
think.
Everybody look healthy. Everybody gonna look healthy week one.
Yeah.
My week,
Another week one takeaway. Hey, my Raiders, my sleeper team, they had a
Hey,
tough win against the Broncos. They kind of dropped it. They almost fumbled and dropped the ball and lost the game, but they stuck through it. They fought it out.
still to be determined. Still to
No,
be
it's
hey,
still
determined.
early. It's still early.
But
It's
hey.
still early. But
I do like. I can tell Garoppolo
He's a
in
winner.
Josh system is he got it. Like
He
he fluid. He know where to go with the ball. The decision making is there. The offense is running real smooth.
that's what I'm
Like there's
saying.
a familiarity there that you can
Garoppolo's a
just
winner,
tell
bro.
with them
That's what
too.
I'm
So
saying. That's
I
what I'm
Garoppolo's a
get it.
winner.
saying. The Raiders and not just Garoppolo, but Jacoby Myers. He looking real
That boy,
explosive this year.
that boy
His routes
cooking.
looking crisp and
He was
crazy.
cooking.
He looked
He was
good. He
cooking.
looked
He
good.
looked good. Jacoby Myers, man. I'm
Let's,
telling you, the Raiders are clicking this year. I don't know why. I don't know
I
what
get it.
happened, but the Raiders out. They playing real good this year. I know
He
it's still
looked good.
early. It was just the Broncos, but the Broncos are a respectable defense with Patrick Surtain over there. So I mean,
Oh,
Patrick Surtain, they're a respectable defense. So that's why it was a close game, and the Raiders pulled it off. So I was glad to see that for the Raiders. I mean, we already talked about the Bengals. They got their ass slapped around so bad.
man,
It's
disrespect.
not even much to say. Not even much to say about that one. That speaks for itself.
Yeah.
What happened with them?
But no, for the
But
sake of time, we'll get going. I give y'all my week one takeaway. Hey, them Dolphins, man. Tyreek, week
woo,
one takeaway for me. That nigga a
Woo!
superhero. That
woo.
nigga is Iron Man / Batman / Superman / with a little bit of the Undertaker.
Man, get that man a cake.
Hey, you just can't nobody. You need 3 niggas to stick him. Like,
Mhm.
and he ain't
Bruh.
like he catching everything. Like catching
Even when
everything.
they throw that ball in the end zone and the dude was right on top of him, he still
Scoop. I'm like,
Bro, that was
he
right
the
over
nigga only like
dude's shoulder.
5'8", 5'9". Like, bruh, you gotta
gonna do that.
I know we give a lot of props to Devontae. We give a lot of props to Justin Jefferson. Tyreek, he's the
Nah,
scariest
he
dude
there.
in the
He there.
NFL.
He
Like,
there, bro. He
if
there.
if he stay healthy, I don't know how you beat the Miami Dolphins. If Tua
Hey,
stay healthy, Tyreek with Jalen Waddle, they number one offense in the NFL. Like, it's not up for debate.
for sure.
Like,
For sure.
it's just not up for debate. So my week one takeaway, the 49ers defense is the number one defense like I predicted that they would be. The Miami Dolphins is the number one offense that it's looking like it's gonna be that way this year. So it is what it is. Man, that boy cooked my Chargers, man, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, he
All right.
definitely did.
Next topic on the agenda. I call this section the diaper team. Which team put your bet in the diaper? Which team crashed your bet, ruined your bet? We'll start with you, T.O.
Man, the team that ruined my bet across all avenues, goddamn it, was the Buffalo Bills. They fucked me on so many bets.
Out.
I'm talking about every single bet I had them on. Even the newest one I had lost all my bets. I'm like, let me just make one for the upcoming week. I ain't even make it past the first game because of them weak ass Buffalo Bills. They out there playing like some fucking kids. It was just sloppy play all the
Sloppy.
way around. Josh Allen is the elite quarterback, but god damn, he play like he fucking little league sometimes. Like Pee Wee, like he playing Pee Wee ball, just be
Yeah,
throwing that
you
bitch
know what
all
the best
reckless
way to
and shit.
describe it? You know what the best way to describe it? He plays so immature.
And that's what I'm
He
saying, like a
Yeah,
kid.
he play
Like a
like he
kid.
playing high school
Yep.
ball. Like he know he
Exactly.
ain't supposed to throw the ball and he throw it
He throw
anyway.
it anyway.
Throw it anyway.
Man,
Then he fumble at least like once a game. It's
Bruh.
so crazy. He
bruh.
fumbled like every game, an interception every game. I had him last year on fantasy football, so I know from experience he give you like 2
Bruh.
turnovers a fucking game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
definitely,
ridiculous.
and that's the team that I said is going to regress, man. I think they're gonna come out strong this week, but that's the team. I
Yeah,
promise you. Ever since
and
Dabo been gone,
and the fact,
his mechanics done went to shit. Like he think he just got the strongest arm, so he just gonna throw it, and he don't got no big receivers that's gonna go up and get it. He ain't got no Randy Moss that's just
yeah,
gonna go up and grab it off the sky,
right,
bro. He
right,
just out there winging it, like, bro. You're not
yeah,
Superman, and you don't have to be Superman every play. Sometimes you just got to
and
manage the game. All he had to do was manage that football game. Well, they don't have no running
yeah,
game. That's the first thing, and I knew that was going to be a big problem. They don't have a running
hmm
game, and he just needed to
No,
manage
I
the
was
game.
impressed with the
And they
running
would.
game. They
You
actually
can't
did
be
fairly
Zach
well with,
Wilson.
with Cook. They did
You can't
well
be
with Cook.
Zach
He
Wilson.
did
They
the
no
running game
running
was
game. That
fine.
running game was cheeks.
The
And you,
it
hey,
was
you
it
and,
was
playing
it
and
against
was mediocre.
you playing against the Jets. They was getting
That's what I'm saying.
reasonable yards against the Jets, who got one of
man,
the best run defenses in the NFL.
bro,
The issue was
run.
that Josh Allen was making very stupid throws. He did not look comfortable in the pocket whatsoever. Like he
He
was
ain't
just
looked
very
that.
careless with the football.
He ain't looked that way
Careless with
since
the football.
Dable left, though. That's my thing. Honestly, he really ain't looked that way since Dable left.
Yeah.
That's my
I
thing.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's his style of play. I mean, I like the fact that he played free. I mean, that's what got him where he at today. You know what I'm saying? Playing that style of ball. But at the end of the day, that's you got to be a you got to be a little more responsible with the ball in critical situations. Like you see how tight the game is. You can't be forcing shit in 3 double coverage and just silly shit, losing a snap off the front. Like it just inexcusable shit. Like
You just
I
said
mean, I was
two
real
things. You
disappointed
just
with the
said
Bills.
he's immature with the football, and he needs to be more responsible. That's like a little kid is immature and is
Little
not
it is.
kid, bro.
responsible.
What
Yeah,
That's
so
exactly
that's
what I
exactly
saw
what
last night
it
when I
is.
was watching the game. That's exactly what I saw
mhm.
last night when I was watching the game. I text one of my homies like, man, Josh Allen playing like a fucking kid. Them Bills was
Yeah,
playing like fucking kids out there, man.
Yeah.
he was. Vic,
Undisciplined.
you up next, man. Well, who's your diaper team of the week, man? Who put you in the diaper?
Oh man, the team that put me in diapers. Who else? No other. The fucking Vikings. The fucking hey. Oh my god, bruh. Bro,
Oh
I
man,
needed the Vikings to win straight up, bro. Like I had them on 2 of my three of my 2 wins straight up, 1 to win just to cover the spread, bro. Like just win the football game, bro. They put me in a
I
diaper
know,
so
man.
bad, bro.
They they hurt
It
me
cost me a
too.
little bit of change, bro. I'm
They hurt
like,
me too.
man,
They hurt me too.
they
But
killed me.
mostly what it came down to, it was 2 fumbles by Kirk Cousin and the interception. Then we had a penalty we had a defensive penalty on like 3rd and like 8 that gave the Bucks back the ball. And then I think they scored off of that possession. So it was like critical turnovers that really cost us the game. It wasn't like they just blew us out or really like smashed us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We really
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucked ourselves
Oh
basically
yeah, well
in
for
that
sure. Is it my turn?
I know,
Is
I
it
know.
my turn?
Go ahead. I know.
Is it
Go
my
ahegame.
is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Boom Boom Pooties Award goes to the fucking Minnesota Vikings, man.
Thank you.
I
For,
told
oh my
y'all in
god.
episode 1 that they was gonna regress this year, and what they was the luckiest team in the NFL last year. They won the most game by 1 possession games. What did they do in week 1? Lost the 1 possession game. Their defense is do cheeks. Do hooky crisp. They got to be one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Y'all lose to the Baker Mayfield Tampa
Man,
Bay Buccaneers.
oh,
You wait
Hold on,
one
wait.
second, goddamn. You wait 1 second. Y'all lost to the Baker Mayfield
come
Tampa
on.
Bay Buccaneers. The Minnesota Vikings cost me $3,000, not out of my own money, but in potential earnings. And you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault. I knew better. I deserve it. I put them weak ass Vikings on my bet, and what they do, they put me in the. So there's nobody to blame but myself. I
Yeah,
take full responsibility of that. I said that they was going to regress this year. I just knew y'all not going to let Baker Mayfield beat y'all first game of the season. I just knew. No, my brother come in here giving me naming weak ass DBs. They're going to be the best of this year. They're
motherfuckers.
going to do this. Okay, yeah, what they going to do is research. Motherfuckers came out straight trash. And then real quick, the weak ass Buffalo Bills that loses
yeah.
to a Aaron Rodgers-less Jets on Monday Night Football to cost me $4,000. It was the last leg on my parlay,
Yep.
up 13-3. All you had to do was just execute. Stop throwing the ball into the other team hand. Stop fumbling. And I make my money and we go off. But it's okay. That's part of gambling, everybody. You're gonna lose some close ass games like this where you think you got it in the bag and they're gonna fuck you. And it's part of gambling. It is what it is. We it wasn't a great week one, but it's the first week of the NFL season. You got to get your hot reads, analyze these teams, see trends, learn what's going to be best for you and your bets and all that kind of stuff, and you adjust. What did I learn? Do not fucking gamble on the weak ass Minnesota Vikings. That's they trash. Go ahead.
All right. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I hear you.
I mean, what?
The Vikings definitely disappointed me too.
Yeah.
But as far as in regards to the defense, if you check the numbers now, first of all, the Bucks. Let's be honest. The Bucks is a team with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Kay Otten, Rashad White. These are incredible athletes. Like, come on now. And they also said that Baker Mayfield he never had no weapons like this to play with. He has more weapons, so I'm only expecting him to play the best that he ever played with these kind of weapons. But
Okay.
in regards to the defense, if you check the stats, the Vikings only gave up 20 points to this team. They only gave up 242 total yards. They only allowed 3.6 yards a play. Come on now. And they had 11 out of 17 third down stops. It wasn't like the Bucks killed us.
Oh,
We
okay.
killed ourselves with mistakes. The defense actually
Yeah. So
played
it's
pretty
Kirk
decent.
Cousins. So Kirk Cousins' issue.
Yeah, it was Kirk Cousins. He
Oh, okay.
fucked up. But the
Wasn't
defense,
you the one that was sending me all these Kirk Cousins stats before the season started?
But
Yeah.
look though, I
Yeah.
was.
Okay. Okay.
I still. But listen, Kirk still had 344 and 2 touchdowns. You feel me? That's Kirk. Kirk gonna do what he gonna do.
Yeah,
But
he gonna piss down his neck too when you need him the most.
Yeah, but don't disrespect the Vikings defense because if you look at the numbers, we did play kind of solid. We did play kind of solid, man.
Doo-doo cheeks, the Minnesota Vikings. They cost me my parlay. I should slap myself.
Yeah, they got me
Never
too.
put them
Nice
on there. I should have
1900.
known better. But I didn't.
Don't be acting like
Unbelievable.
the Vikings. Don't be acting like the Vikings ain't won you no money now. Don't be
They won me money
sitting here
before,
acting like the
but
Vikings ain't won you no money now.
I should know better. Y'all an average team this year. Y'all might not make the playoffs, and I stand on that.
You was a
Y'all
fool.
might not make the playoffs.
You was a fool. It's
Yeah,
week
all
one.
right.
Chill. Relax. Relax.
Look at you.
It's week one.
All right.
Relax.
All right. Speaking of the Vikings, let's get right. Speaking of the Vikings, let's get right into it. Week 2, NFL bets. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all the games, and we're gonna see what we like as far as the best bets. If we like anything in that game, if we're taking anything, if we're gonna pass on it or whatever. So to our viewers, you can go in, you can listen and say, hey, Ife like this game minus the 7, minus whatever. You can put that on your parlay. You can bet it heads up, whatever. So this segment, we're gonna go just straight through rapid fire. We're going to talk about all the games coming up this week and if we're taking a side on those games or not. So right out the gate, Thursday Night Football, we got the Dookie Crisps, Minnesota Vikings, going against the Philadelphia Eagles. They're playing at Philly. The spread is Philly is favored by 7. You might get some 7.5 depending on what books you're gambling with, but they are the favorite minus 7. T.O., do you like anything on this game? Thursday Night Football.
I have no comment on this game. I don't bet. I don't bet on no Eagles games because I hate the Eagles that much that I would rather not bet than to bet on the Eagles game and they cost me any kind of money because I will fucking lose it. I won't even put myself through that kind of emotion. I don't bet on no Eagles game, so I have no comment on that game right there.
I'd never forget in New Mexico where we had a $200 parlay on 4 games and we was all waiting. And who dropped the soap? Who did it?
Always.
Them weak ass Vikings.
Them
motherfuckers
they
will get you every time.
Every time.
I don't know what it is. The motherfuckers gonna get you.
All right, so no side for T.O. Vic, you got anything on this game?
Honestly, I like the under on this game, but also because under is at 49. But I do like the Vikings to cover the 7. My Eagles came out strong the first 5 minutes of the game and then really like coasted after we got up by 16. So I will say I do like the Vikings to cover the 7. So that's really my straight up takeaway from it. I normally bet my Eagles straight up, winner straight up.
I ain't gonna lie.
Whatnot.
I feel like the Patriots kind of exposed that Eagles offense yesterday.
Nah,
They kind of
see, that's the thing you gotta understand too. First time offensive coordinator calling plays, ain't had no practice in preseason, ain't had no work together. So they still trying to work out some kinks, and it's gonna take some time. That's what I said. That's why I said it's gonna be a slow start. It's gonna take some time. The Eagles are still gonna win, but I just feel like the Vikings are gonna cover that. The Vikings are gonna play people tough. Flores is their defensive coordinator, so
yeah. And also the Vikings we play much better on the road for some reason. I don't know why we suck at home. We fucking lose every game at home for some reason I don't understand. But when we go on the road, we play a lot better. So we'll see what happens this Thursday.
Honestly,
so
feel
let's
like
understand this. I hate the Eagles with a passion. Out of any team in the NFL, Eagles is the team that I hate the most.
I hate them the most.
I used to like the Vikings, but after they cost me $9,000 a couple years ago, I never forget it. So, with that being said, I hate to do this. I did put them on one of my parlays. I feel like the Vikings, they're just going to be average, and they're going to lose a lot of one possession games this year. I took the Eagles minus the 7. All right, at home on Thursday Night Football. First of all, what you got to understand, Kirk, primetime, one of the worst NFL quarterbacks. He sucks. When they're the only team that's playing and there's all eyes on him, he's spooky Chris. So, with that being said, I like the Philly minus the 7 if you can get it. If not, they'll go really good on a teaser bet, teasing them down to -1, -1.5. What a teaser bet is when you could take 6 points and you can move it up or down depending on if the team is a favorite or an underdog. Less winnings because of the manipulation of points. The margins aren't the same as a regular parlay, but money can still be made. So either tease them down to 1.5, because I do believe they win this game, and the Minnesota Vikings ends up 0-2 to start the season. But I ain't mad at them minus the 7 or even the 6.5 in some books, being that it is prime time Kirk.
So if you did a teaser, you'd rather tease the Eagles down to win by 1, or would you tease the Vikings up to not lose by 13?
I'll tease them down only because I'm very confident that they win this game. And to me, 13 points ain't enough for them bum ass Vikings. You never know. The Vikings so trash. You bet them plus 13, they lose by 14. That's just who they are. So no, I'd rather die with the Eagles. Because at least the Eagles got a really, really strong D line, really strong linebackers. I can live with that if that happens. But not the Vikings. No, thank
you. The
you.
Vikings disrespect is getting out of control, but it's all right.
Yeah. And when y'all 0-3, it's gonna get even crazier. But on to the next game.
Y'all not running. Y'all leading rusher was like for 34 yards. That was trash.
Yeah, and Madison, I had high hopes for Madison. I was not impressed with him.
It's the Bucs defense. The Bucs D line. This is
the Bucs defense, man. Like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to. No, I ain't that shit. Man, what they said? We come play the game. All right.
Hey, fuck y'all, man.
Do better, man.
Fuck y'all. I ain't gonna keep taking this Viking slander.
You ain't got no choice. Y'all better win some.
That's game. Chargers in the Titans. What's up?
Yeah, we'll talk about the next game. All right, we got Green Bay going to Atlanta. Atlanta are home dogs +1. Vic, who you got on this game? Anything?
Oh, man. Jordan Love impressed me, bro. That offense feels like it's not just all about A-Rod. It's everybody working together. Now, if Aaron Jones can't play, that's going. I like Green Bay with the 2. I like Green Bay with the 2. But if Aaron Jones can't play, then it's that's what I say. Always check the injury reports. It's one of my tips on the previous. Always check the injury reports to see what key players is going to be out, because that is going to depend on how the teams are going to call the game, how the coaches are going to call the game. But I do like Green Bay with the +2. I feel like they can go in there and they can get that win. That defense is playing strong. Them DBs is flying around. That defense look fast. So I like the Green Bay +2 for real.
It's Green Bay -2. They not the
-2.
underdog.
Sorry, -2.
Yeah,
Sorry, Green
Green
Bay.
Bay -2.
Yeah, I
Favorite.
All
mean,
right. Yo, you
I'm
got
with you.
anything on this game?
Yeah, I'm with you. I definitely, I honestly, I only got them on one of my bets. I kind of want to stay away from this game. I mean, the Falcons, they kind of struggled against the Panthers, which surprised me. I kind of felt like they should have beat them a little more than what they did. So if they struggling against the Panthers, kind of made me worried to pick them against the Packers, especially after the Packers coming off the win that they just had, looking real good with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love and Romeo Dobbs. Everybody just look good with the Packers right now. And I think the spread should be a little higher, uh, in my opinion. But if I had to pick one, I definitely like Green Bay to cover the spread because the spread is too low for me.
It's
Yeah, I
two. I
think we
feel
all
like
in agreement. I think we
quarterbacks.
all in
So,
agreement on this one. I like Green Bay on this one too. It makes me nervous a little bit, but because how efficient the Atlanta run offense is. But
Yeah, me
the
too.
reason why I like Green Bay in this game is because me watching that game with the Falcons and the Panthers, Desmond Ritter do not look comfortable throwing
he
that
don't come.
ball down
Don't
the
look
field.
at all.
They
At all.
they they super conservative with their play calling. Is run, run, run. Because I was sweating that bet a little bit too. Like, why y'all struggling against the Panthers?
Yeah,
Desmond Ritter, he does not look confident throwing that ball downfield. Jordan Love looked real comfortable in that Green Bay offense. I think I said it in the beginning. I think Green Bay is going to surprise some teams. They got a chance to win their division. So yeah, I'm
and if you
going
take a
Green
look,
Bay
and
too.
if you look at the Falcons' offense, if you take that run game away,
No,
they pass game is horrendous
here.
because
Yeah,
Drake London, he is a nice little, you know what I'm saying? This is the second year, he is nice, but he not the quickest. He a big receiver. He can catch the balls, but he not the quickest. He don't create a lot of separation at all. But every time he catch the ball, somebody's right up on him. So he don't get a lot of separation. Kyle Pitts, I mean, he's a tremendous talent, but he ain't been doing shit at all. I don't
yeah,
know if it's him,
they ain't
if
getting
it's
them
the
the ball
quarterback,
enough.
if it's the
They
play calling.
ain't giving him the ball. Like I think
Yeah,
he
I
had
don't
2
know.
targets. He had like 2 targets, bro. So
Yeah, it's not the passing game is pretty much dismal over there at in Atlanta. So
yep.
I definitely like the Packers in that game.
All right, let's get started. Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders against the bum ass Buffalo Bills. Bills are favorite -9. Vic, who you got in that game?
Ooh, the Buffalo Bills gonna come out with their hair on fire. They're trying to come out and make a statement.
I honestly
I'm gonna have. But I'm liking the too many points. I like the Raiders. I like the Raiders to cover the 9.5. So
yep.
even though the Buffalo Bills gonna come out with their hair on fire, come out with a passion, come out pissed off, I, they gonna the Raiders they're gonna study that ship. They're gonna make sure it stay nice and smooth on cruise control. A nice good running game with them. They gonna cover the 9.5. So I'm gonna definitely ride with the Raiders on this one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that one, Vic. I feel like I'm not a big believer in the Bills defense. Man, they let Zach Wilson come in with no reps, no preparation, come in this bitch and beat y'all in Buffalo in overtime. Come on now, Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Wilson ain't do much though. The defense, I watched that whole game, every snap, because
Yeah,
my money was on the line. That
I
Buffalo
mean,
defense was humming. They was humming. The
they
Jets and
was,
Buffalo Bills defense was humming. The
they
defense is
was,
good. It literally falls on Josh Allen.
it do.
That's what it boiled down
but
to.
But at the end of the day, Zach was making enough plays to get him in a position to win the game, to kick field goals and shit like that. So if the Bills gonna let Zach Wilson with no preparation do this and move the ball, I think Garoppolo with Josh Jacobs, Jacoby Myers, if he played, because I know he on concussion protocol, and Devontae Adams over there with that offense with the Raiders, I feel like the Bills gonna have their hands full a little bit more this week. And whether I don't know if the Raiders gonna win, but I feel like Raiders is a decent enough team to cover the spread with nine and a
I
half.
agree. I agree.
So I like the Raiders with
I'm
nine.
with you. It makes me nervous because usually when teams drop a ball like that, they come out on fire, ready to go.
Yeah,
And I just hope Jimmy Guwap don't throw a pick six or something like that. I can see the Bills. I can see the Bills covering the spread on like a fumble recovery to the house or something like that. But I'm gonna roll with y'all. I was impressed with the Raiders. I think Devontae is a matchup problem. Give me the Raiders +9, 9.5. Even buy it up to 10 if you want to on some books, just to get that extra security, just in case they win by like a touchdown in the field goal. So we
yeah,
all on consensus with that one. We
yep.
all got the Vegas +9, +9.5. On to the next game. We got the Baltimore Ravens playing the Cincinnati Bengals -3. minus the 3.5 in some books. T.O., who you like on that game?
Honestly, I like the Bengals to snap back at home this week against the Ravens. I like the Bengals in this game for sure because the Ravens to me the game shouldn't have been that close with the Texans. I don't even know how they was even going back and forth with the Texans. Even though the Ravens defense did shut down Texas for the most of the game, even with that, the Texans still had a chance to then win. That shit was just too close for me to too close for comfort for me against those Houston Texans. And so with the Bengals and the weapons that they got on offense, especially with the poor performance they just put up in week one, I expect them to bounce back tremendously in week two and really give it to the Ravens, especially in Cincinnati. I feel like the Bengals gonna come out on point and do what they're supposed to do against the Ravens.
All
I
right,
like the Bengals.
Vic. All right, we got T.O. Bengals minus the 3. Vic, what you got?
It's a divisional game. I'm expecting the Ravens to come out, work out the kinks, get a lot more fluent. Lamar gonna get a lot more comfortable in that offense. I'm expecting this game to be close. Uh, Lamar plays very, very well against the Bengals, and he's done some amazing things when it comes down to the wire. So yeah, I believe that the Ravens will cover this, cover the 3.5. I definitely believe so. I think it's gonna come down to a last minute field goal. So I feel like that whoever wins, I don't know, whoever wins is definitely gonna win by a field goal. It might be a, what I'm saying, 23, 21, 22 game off a last minute field goal. But I definitely like the Ravens to cover the 3.5.
All right. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm expecting a bounce back game from the Bengals. Joe Burrow and that receiving core was embarrassed. T. Higgins, 0 points in fantasy football. That never happened. So Joe Burrow threw for what, 60-something yards, something like that.
80,
Some
80, 82, 82 to
80,
be exact.
82 yards. It was weather involved. It was predictable. A lot of the sharps had Cleveland. I had Cleveland on my parlay. I knew they was going to win that game. They always give the Bengals a hard time. I expect the Bengals to come back real smooth, whole week angry, ready for this game. It's a divisional matchup. These games are always close. A good teaser bet would be to play the Ravens, tease them up from 3.5 to 9.5, because these games are always close. But give me the Bengals minus the 3, minus the 2.5 to bounce back off their week one loss against the Cleveland Browns. So
And on top of that, that Ravens secondary is real soft.
They saw
Them linebackers are fly and plug up them holes. The D line is decent. That secondary is soft. So they're gonna have their hands full with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd.
Angry T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Angry
Motivated.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna have them hands full. So I expect the Bengals to win that one for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Next game, we got Seattle going against Detroit. Detroit is the favorite, minus the 6, minus the 5.5 in some books. Vic, who you got on this game?
I have not decided yet. The reason being, I expect the Seattle Seahawks. I expect them to be better. I expect them to be a wild card team going into the playoffs. Pete Carroll normally has his team ready to play. That week one performance that they put up was terrible. Geno regressed. This Lions team is looking sharp. That another week to prepare. I mean, they had extra time, extra rest. I'm still not. It's something about this Lions offense. I just feel like the Seattle, the length of their DBs can match up with the receivers until Williams come back because he's serving that suspension for gambling. So I just feel like they need another weapon. The Lions are missing a weapon. I'm gonna take I'm honestly, this is on the wing here. This is not gonna be on my ticket this week. This is a game I'm really gonna stay away from unless I bet it up. But I'm gonna take the Seattle Seahawks to bounce back strong and cover the 6.
T.O., what you got?
This game don't make me quite as nervous. I do like the Lions in this game because I don't know what kind of Seahawks team we saw last week and week. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. DK was non-existent. Tyler Lockett was so non-existent. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Kenneth Walker looked decent, but he didn't really produce enough either. The offense was sluggish to me. The offense was real sluggish. But the only thing about Detroit, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket on Detroit just yet because Detroit is a team that plays to the competition. The fact that they played so good last week is because they was playing the Chiefs. So they played like it was a fucking Super Bowl. They wanted to make a statement. They wanted to beat the Chiefs to let their name be heard. Like, all right, we coming. So now that they're playing the Seahawks, they might kind of dumb down. They might kind of step down to the competition, and it might be a closer game than it should be. But I still like the Lions to win this game in Detroit, especially how the Lions offense looked last week against the Chiefs, especially how Mon-Ra, St. Brown is cooking. Jameer Gibbs, the way he look explosive.
Yeah.
Shit. So, and then they got Sam Laporta. He looked good at tight end. So, yeah, I definitely like the Lions to win, but it might be a little closer than people think. But I like them for the W.
On which I love the Detroit Lions. I got them on a Super Bowl ticket to go to the Super Bowl. I got them coming out of the NFC. I just like them. I know they're gonna fight hard for their coach. They're hungry. I feel like if they would have lost, I feel like they should have lost that Chiefs game because there was a lot of drops that normally don't happen. I feel like if they lose that Chiefs game, this spread is -3, not -5.5, -6. I feel like that's way too many points for the Detroit Lions. For that reason, I am taking Seattle plus the 5.5, plus the 6. I think it's going to be a close game back and forth. I think we see a better effort from Seattle against that Detroit Lions defense. I think it'll be a close game. I hope Detroit wins, but I hope Seattle covers the spread. But I think that's way too many points for Detroit versus Seattle. Should be like -2, -3. 6 is ridiculous. Yeah. Give me Seattle plus the 6.
I agree.
All right. So Vic got Seattle with the points. T.O. got Detroit minus the 5.5, minus the 6, and I got Seattle plus the 6. So make sure y'all pay attention, man. Grab whatever games y'all like based on our breakdown. Leave some out, parlay them up together. We'll be posting our parlays at the end of this video, so make sure you tune in to the end. Next game on the slate, we're gonna rapid fire these, y'all, for the sake of time. So we don't keep y'all on this podcast too long. But we got the Indianapolis Colts going against the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are at home. Houston Texans are the favorite, -2. T.O., what you got?
I definitely like the Colts in this game. To cover the spread is -1. I didn't really see anything good from the Texans, to be honest with you. They got Robert Woods over there. He looking all right. But come on, it's Robert Woods. He's not the younger Robert Woods. He's a little on the older side right now. I'm not really expecting too much from the Texans. Anthony Richardson, fresh, young, explosive quarterback with a tremendous arm talent. Wheels on, you know what I'm saying? Got legs he can take off. Yeah, they got Michael Pittman cooking up like crazy. Now, the only thing that kind of scared me in that game is the coach running back situation. It was like non-existent, to be honest with you. I ain't really see nobody getting off at all from the running back position for the Colts. But, at the end of the day, the Texans are Texans. I like the Colts to cover the spread, especially at -1. I like them to cover the spread in that game.
All right, Vic, what you got?
I like the Colts to cover. Anthony Richardson was the leading rusher with 40 rushing yards. So definitely, I like the Colts to cover. They looked more efficient, more put together. I just feel like the Texans ain't got a lot of pieces. Stroud ain't got a lot of help.
Yep.
And I just feel like I feel like the Colts, their offense they're not where they need to be because Richardson he's still learning, and they're young, they're both rookies, But honestly, I just feel I feel more comfortable after seeing what I've seen with my eyes just seen. I feel more comfortable showing that the Colts is going to go out and put a more polished, more together effort together than the Houston Texans will, and that's ideally going to have them win the game. So,
all righty. So with me on this game, man, it's a tough game. I have this on one of my parlays, but I'm not confident in any side. But I'm going to go with the home dog. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans plus the 1.5. I really love their defense over there with D'Amico Ryans. I love their defense. They played hard. They played aggressive against the Baltimore Ravens. My favorite bet in this particular is give me the under. Give me the under 40. I like the under on this game. both quarterbacks, maybe with some little errant throws, some inaccuracy issues. Maybe the offensive coordinator relies on the run a little bit more, trying to get Damian Pierce involved. So give me the under in this game. But if I do have to choose a side, I'm going to go with the Texans at home. Stroud, to me, is just a little bit more accurate of a passer than Anthony Richardson. So if it comes to like a 3rd down and 12 or something like that, I trust Stroud just a little bit more than I trust the Colts. And the Texans have some decent weapons over there at receiver. Nico Collins, they got the Tank, the rookie from University of Houston. Like they got some pieces, they just got to put it together. But give me the Texans at home plus the 1.5, and give me the under 40 on that game. On to the next slate. We got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is +3 home dogs. T.O., what you got?
That game kind of made me nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. That game kind of made me nervous. I want to say the Chiefs, but I really can't say that with confidence because of this guy named Calvin Ridley. That motherfucker's a problem.
He's the beast.
That motherfucker there is a problem. I don't
know.
see nobody on the Chiefs sticking this man. And then if you try to stick this man, you got to deal with Christian Kirk, who can do the same thing. You got Evan Ingram, can also bust it wide open. Then if you cover all them, you got Travis Etienne coming out the backfield. You get him the ball in the flats, that motherfucker's another receiver. He gone. So the Chiefs defense, I don't know if they're going to be able to contain all that in the secondary, but they did get Chris Jones back. He did sign his 1-year deal. They agreed on a 1-year deal. So the defense looked like it's back intact from last year. So we're going to find out. But it's just the Jazz got so many offensive weapons. I just don't trust them, man. I just don't trust that game. But if I had to pick one, I would go with the Chiefs because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. We know what they can do.
All right, Vic, what you got?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I do not expect in no way, shape, or form that the Chiefs are going to start off 0-2. Patrick Mahomes is going to beat Patrick Mahomes. He said Chris Johnson is back. That defense, hey, Kansas City defense, they DBs, they got that year of experience under their belt. They fly around now. They gonna have to pay. I feel like they can't man up against them because they have to play a lot more zone. But I just feel like that defense is gonna dial up some things, and I feel like honestly, some pressure is gonna get to
Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine, some pressure gonna get to him, and he gonna make one costly pick that's gonna give costly pick or a fumble that's gonna give an extra possession to Patrick Mahomes, and that's gonna be the ideal focus of the game. I feel like it's gonna come down to one of these mistakes where he's gonna try to force something or try to do too much, and I feel like the Chiefs gonna win. I feel like they're gonna win. I will take the Chiefs to cover the 3. They're gonna win again. Could be a walk-off field goal, but it's gonna cover the 3.
Yeah.
All right. We got T.O. with the Chiefs minus the 3. We got Vic with the Chiefs minus the 3. It's going to be a landslide. I got the Chiefs minus the 3. I keep it nice and simple for y'all. Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, they ain't losing 2 in a row. I love Jacksonville Jaguars. They one of my sleeper teams. I think they're going to be nice this year. I wouldn't want to see them in the playoffs. Calvin Ridley, that dude, always been that dude, one of the best route runners in the league. But I just don't see the Chiefs losing 2 games in a row. I just don't see it happening. So simple as that. On to the next game. We got we got the Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay minus 3 at home. Who y'all got? T.O., we'll start with you. Who you got on this game?
This game, I would have to go with the Bucks, especially at home. The way they played against my Vikings, it was kind of more than I expected. They kind of did more than I thought they would. So, and I do like the explosiveness of Justin Fields. Of course, he hard to contain because I ain't gonna lie. I was watching him last week. I'm like, wow, the way he be escaping some of these out the pocket, like escaping some of these tackles, this shit like magic. I'll be like, I don't even know how he got out of that shit. So, I mean, Justin Fields is a problem, but it is that Bears defense is so horrendous.
Man,
I don't see them stopping nobody. I don't see them stopping nobody, especially with a team we got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rashad White. Nah, I like the Bucks in this game to beat the Bears. The Bears defense is so trash. Give me the Bears to cover the spread with the 3.
The Bucks, you mean?
Yeah, Bucks. What I say?
But you said the Bears. All right, Bucks minus
Oh
the
yeah, the
3 for
Bucks. Yeah, the
T.O.
Bucks. Yeah, let me get the Bucks
Uh,
to cover the spread.
Vic, anything on this game?
Man, the Bears defense, bro. I was right on Justin Fields, bro. He can't do it all, bro. You gotta
Yeah.
give him some time, give him something. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I just feel like Tampa they gonna even though I think Justin Fields gonna work his magic, but I just feel like Tampa at home they gonna cover.
All right, so we got Vic, Tampa Bay minus the 3. I would join on that bandwagon. The Bears defense is a high school defense. They are even. They they just out there for a paycheck. Like they not even trying to tackle. Like that defense is horrible.
Horrible.
I think we could have got up a touchdown or two back in my day on
They
that Bears defense.
show.
So give me the Bucks minus the 3. All three of us got the Bucks minus the 3 on that game. Next game, we got mine. Los Angeles Chargers versus the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee at home +3. Vic, who you got?
The Chargers are so ass, bro.
Hey,
So
watch your mouth.
ass.
Hey, watch your mouth.
So
Chill out.
ass.
Chill out. Chill out.
So ass.
Chill out. Chill out. I know where y'all live. I know where both of y'all live. Chill out. Chill out.
I expect the Chargers to win, bro. They gonna win straight. They may win straight
Are
up.
you putting them on your ticket? Yes or no?
I don't. Shit, I haven't put them. I haven't decided if I'm putting them on the ticket because they stressed me the fuck out last week. But I told you they was gonna stress me out. But I got the Chargers winning. They're not on my ticket, but I feel like the Chargers gonna cover the 3.
All right, my nigga. Who you got, T.O.?
Man, I'm with you, Vic. Them weak ass Chargers. They do it to me every time. I promise you. Every time I bet with the Chargers, they do it to me. They make me lose money every time.
You're right.
They beat who they not supposed to beat. They lose who they supposed to beat. They just the most backwards team I ever seen.
That's true.
But I ain't gonna lie. The way that the Chargers competed against the Dolphins with Tyreek killing them, it was a close game. They only lost by 3 points, 2 points, or some shit like that. So if they can compete like that against the Dolphins, I definitely expect them to go in there and beat the Tennessee Titans because Tannehill look like shit. Tannehill look like shit. That's just about ain't no way around it. Tannehill look like shit. Man. So I'm not expecting them to do much. Derrick Henry gonna do what he gonna do, but apart from that, give me the Chargers cover the spread with the 3. Chargers offense too explosive, especially with Joshua Kelly running the way he running. They're giving him like 15 carries now. Matter of fact, they split it evenly. Matter of fact, him and Eckler both had 16 carries. So now you got 2 problems to deal with. Not even to mention Keenan Allen. Yeah. Come on now. I like the Chargers. Chargers should win that for sure and cover that spread by 3. I agree.
We got Vic minus the 3. We got T.O. minus the 3. Me, I'm rolling with my Chargers. I'm not rolling with them minus the 3. I'm rolling with them heads up. I think they win this game by a point or 2. Now, the reason why I think they win this game is because we don't got to worry about Tyreek. We don't got to worry about that speed from the receivers. Like, J.C. Jackson cost us that game with a stupid pass interference before the half that gave the explosive Miami Dolphins an extra 3 points. And what do we lose by? You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about that kind of explosiveness from the Tennessee Titans. We do have to worry about the run. We do have to worry about Derrick Henry, but I think my Chargers, just because of the lack of pass rush we got from Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, who's supposed to be top 10 defensive ends, I think that they're going to have to come and really show up. I think we get more of a pass rush this game because Brandon Staley is on the clock. You are supposed to be a defensive specialist. You need to turn these Chargers defense around and get to going, or we going to get you up out of there, man. Enough is enough. Like, we got one of the most expensive salaries on defense. Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. We're paying all these boys. Our defense should be a lot better. But give me the Chargers heads up. So I got the Chargers heads up. T.O. got them minus the 3. Vic got them minus the 3. On to the next game. We got the New York Giants going against Arizona at Arizona. New York Giants are favorites, minus 5.5. T.O., anything on this game?
Yeah, I definitely I got this game on my parlay. Actually, this is one of my favorite bets of the week, believe it or not. Because I do like the Giants to definitely take care of business against them Cardinals. The Cardinals played against Washington last week, and it was a close game. I ain't gonna lie, the Cardinals damn near almost won, which surprised me. But at the end of the day, the Giants did go against the best defense, then the one of the top two defense in the fucking league. What you want them to do? God damn it, you got fucking Michael Parsons flying all over the fucking field, Trey Diggs flying all over the fucking field, like Leighton Vander Esch plugging shit. Like that defense on the Cowboys is fucking crazy. The Cardinals have nothing close to that. So I'm expecting the Giants to do what they get to back to regular schedule program with Daniel Jones picking apart the defense with them little ass 10-yard runs, 15-yard runs here, making the defense frustrated as hell, throwing a little dink off of here. Barkley doing what he do. So I definitely don't see the Cardinals winning this game at all, and I definitely like the Giants to cover that spread 5.5 against them Cardinals.
All right, Vic, what you got?
Man, I'm still up and down on this game. I'll be honest with you. I will say I believe it was a Shane Steichen. So of course they have the Eagles previous defensive coordinator, so he's definitely he knows how to play against this Giants football, the New York Giant football team. He know how to play against this team well. I just don't think they have the manpower to withstand Barkley and withstand them boys for a full four quarters of football. So I do have the Giants winning straight up though.
All right, they got the Giants winning straight up. I keep it nice and sweet. I got the Giants. I like them heads up, and I like them minus the 5.5. I think Arizona overachieved last week. I think Redskins made a bunch of costly errors. That game could have been a lot worse than what it was. But, nice effort by the Cardinals. I think that's going to be hard for them to sustain that throughout the whole year. So give me the Giants minus the 5.5 on a bounce back game after getting shut out by the Dallas Cowboys. On to the next game. We got San Francisco versus the Rams at L.A. The Rams are 7-point underdogs. T.O., who you got?
Oh, man, I'm rolling with them damn Niners. My team to go to the Super Bowl. I feel like they're going to steamroll over them Rams, especially with Cam Akers running away. That motherfucker had 22 carries for 29 yards, and they was playing the Seahawks. What the fuck you think he going to do against them Niners? He finna get his ass plugged up.
Yeah, that boy Fred
He finna get his ass stuffed like a turkey, goddamn. He finna get stuffed like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Hey, Fred Warner humming. I ain't mad at it.
He humming. Hey, yeah, give me the Niners. I expect them to cover the spread. I ain't gonna lie, cause the motherfucking Niners just covered the spread, blew out the fucking Steelers. I definitely expect the Niners to blow out the Rams just like they did the Steelers, especially knowing that the Steelers had a much better defense than the Rams did. So yeah, give me the Niners with the spread all day on that game.
All right, Vic, what you got?
After watching that demolition derby, that fraction that I seen, bro. I got the 49ers winning. I'm not sold on the. I mean, I do like how the Rams offense look though. It just would
have. Stafford look great.
With a Stafford quarterback that's just when you got a quarterback that's organizing and sound with running the offense the right way. It didn't matter who. Like he was throwing to Atwell. He was throwing to some people we thought was a bust like a year ago. Like I don't know half them dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like and then I got the 49ers winning. I like them straight up, but then also I like them to pull away at the end of the game too with the +8. I just don't think that the Rams have enough firepower to match up with them again. So
we got T.O. minus the 7.5. Vic also like a heads up minus the 7.5. I'm gonna roll with the San Francisco 49ers as well. Number one offense. Number one defense in the NFL. We got potential MVP candidate Brock Purdy, underdog. He's plus 2,500 to win the MVP. But I'm going to go with San Francisco. I was very impressed with the Rams. Matt Stafford is a Hall of Famer for a reason. He making Tutu Atwell and that rookie receiver look like Pro Bowlers. But I think the 49ers is going to be too much. I think that pass rush is going to be too much for Matthew Stafford. They're going to force him into a couple mistakes. But the 7.5 does make me nervous. If you can get it at 7 or buy it down to 6.5, they always play each other tough for whatever reason. I can see San Francisco winning by a touchdown at the end of the game, but I don't think it's going to be as dominant of a performance as you saw last game against the Steelers. But don't be surprised if the Rams are competitive. Sean McVay is a great coach. Him and Kyle Shanahan know each other well. Expect a closer game than what people anticipate. They will not roll over the Rams.
Boy, you's a fool.
Yeah.
You's a fool. You
We
You
got the we
tripping.
got the, we got the same mama, but your mama a fool. How about that? How about that? Your mama a fool. How about that? Your
You
mama a fool.
tripping. I
All right,
don't know
we're gonna
what Rams
see.
you think this is. You tripping.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Watch. We'll double back on it. I think the Rams gonna be competitive. I really do. All right, next game we got the New York Jets going against Dallas Cowboys. Dallas are 9.5 favorites at Dallas. Vic, who you got?
Short and sweet. You got them at 8.5, but give me Dallas. I mean, as good as the Jets defense look, they're not going to be able, I don't think they're going to be able to hold it up for 4 quarters of football. I feel like Mike McCarthy and the offense is going to be able to put together a couple drives. I don't see the Jets offense. All you do is got to stop Garrett Wilson. And Bryce Hall looked really good too, but that defense is ferocious. I don't see them putting up too many points. Zach Wilson, he is not poised in the pocket. He buckles under pressure. So just give me the Cowboys.
All
I
right,
like them
T.O.,
up
who you got?
points too.
Oh yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. I love the Cowboys in this game, especially with Zach Wilson at quarterback. You know you're gonna give him a couple turnovers. You know you're gonna throw a couple picks, a couple fumbles, or something gonna go on. And especially if the Cowboys can contain Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, I see them having no problem shutting down Zach Wilson, Brees Hall, and a watered down ass Dalvin Cook. That's exactly why we traded his ass in Minnesota, because we knew kind of Dalvin Cook he was gonna be
You
this
look
year.
good though.
Look
No, he
good,
didn't.
man.
You
No, he
look
You
didn't.
good.
look
No, he
good.
did not.
You
He can
look
still
good.
catch. He can still catch out the backfield. But if you give him a handoff, if the shit plugged up, he gonna fall at the line of scrimmage. He not
Oh
shaking
yeah,
nobody. He ain't breaking no
he a
tackles.
little guy. He a little guy, but I
He
like him in
falling
the
right
open
down.
field.
He ain't the biggest dude, but
I
hey.
like him. I like Dalvin Cook on the screen pass in open field.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
than
Yeah.
that, any handoffs,
That's
no.
what they got. Brees. Brees looked phenomenal. Brees looked
He
phenomenal.
did. He did. Yeah,
This,
Brees looks nice. Brees looks
this
nice.
will be a good test off of ACL. We'll see what he do against the Cowboys. Short and sweet. I'm a Cowboy hater, but give me the Cowboys minus the 9.5. That defense is phenomenal.
Woo!
And hey, what can you do, man? That defense
Woo! He
is
said the
true.
9.5.
Right.
Give
Hey.
me give me the Cowboys minus the 9.5 at home. I don't expect much from the Jets. I'm just hoping, Garrett Wilson give me a touchdown or two for fantasy purposes on some fluky shit. On to the next game. We got 4 games left, and we get y'all up out of here. We got Washington going against Denver Broncos at Denver. Denver is minus 3.5. Vic, what you got?
I got Denver winning straight up. That's it. That's all I got for you. I ain't saying shit else. No.
All right, short and sweet. I like it.
That Dunkin' some more, man. Dunkin' Donuts ass.
Yeah, I'm anticipating Sean Payton gonna get them going eventually, but their offense is super suspect right now. But after what I seen for the Redskins, I can't trust them either. T.O.,
Yeah.
who you got?
I feel the same way, man. I like the Broncos heads up because the Commanders struggle against the worst team in the NFL, which I think is the Cardinals, and and it shouldn't have been that way last week. So after that, I don't think the Commanders is all the way there yet. Give me the Broncos to win at home, especially in my house stadium. Yes, sir, in Colorado, definitely.
I like the Broncos minus the 3. I think that Redskins gonna get up there and piss down their leg. I think that they struggle too much against the Cardinals. Sam Howell, I like Sam Howell, and I think he's gonna be a great NFL quarterback, but he's a rookie. Their offensive line is super suspect. That Denver Broncos defense is the truth. And I think what people are gonna realize is the New Orleans Saints are a lot better than what a lot of people think they are.
Yeah.
Derek Carr got that offense looking real good. So I think you're gonna see the Denver Broncos come out with a more valiant effort this time against the Redskins. I can see them beating them by like 10, 13 points, like a 30, like a 24-10, 24-13 type of game. So give me the Broncos to cover the spread. Next game, we got.
Well, we in 2023, man. I'm gonna need you to start calling the Washington Commanders now. They
always they're always gonna be the Redskins to me because I grew up on the Redskins.
Canceled,
man. We in 2023. Shit changed. Times have changed, man.
Yeah, well, the Washington Commanders. All right, we got Miami versus New England. New England plus 2.5 home dogs against that explosive Miami offense with Mr. Superman Tyreek. T.O., who you got on this game?
Man, you know what? This game is not as easy
It's
Oh
not.
no.
as people may think. I know we see what the Dolphins did last week, how explosive Tyreek looked, but at the end of the day, the Patriots, they one of the best teams to scheme. They put together the scheme together. They know how to take out your best weapon. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're gonna hone in on trying to take Tyreek Hill out the game. And it's gonna be up to other players like Jalen Waddle and Mostert to kind of like win the game, because I think they're gonna do their best effort to take Tyreek Hill out that game. And the way that the Patriots played against the Eagles kind of impressed me. I ain't gonna lie.
I called it.
After they gave up that quick 16 points, the Patriots kind of figured out the Eagles. Man, they kind of held them down. Like they kind of
Man,
held them for the rest of the
if you
game.
go to the
So
first episode, I called it. I took the Patriots to cover. They came close to covering. If you got them +5, you pushed. But
yeah,
I
they
told
did
you,
won. They did. They
Bill
had a chance to win
O'Brien,
the game.
Bill O'Brien is the offensive coordinator for the Patriots now. Mac Jones threw the ball 50 something times. Like
Yeah.
they
Mm.
slinging that ball. So my pick on this game, I like this the best. Give me the over on this game. I think
46.
Mac Jones come out, throw the ball again 30, 35 times. We know what Tua going to do. They're going to sling that pill. They're going to go deep. I like the over in this game. I'm not convinced on that Dolphins defense quite yet. Give me the over on this game. That's my best bet. Vic, what you got?
Man, I agree with you with that over. It's definitely gonna be a high scoring game. The weather gonna be nice out there. Um, man, it's a pick 'em for me. That yeah, just give me the over too. I can't even right now. I'm staying away from who gonna win this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of stayed away from that game myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want
Agree.
to do it.
This game make us nervous. Same here. If you have to, I would lean Miami just because I think that offense is going to be too much. I can
Yeah,
see Mac Jones
yeah,
throwing a pick or two. If you need a
yeah.
side, I lean Miami, but I really like the over in this game. If the weather holds up, I think we see a lot of points. I think Bill Bryan is not going to be conservative with Mac Jones. They're going to see exactly what they got with him this year, and they're going to throw that pill, and they're going to let him make mistakes. So I got the over. T.O. like the over, and Vic like the over on this game.
Yep.
All right. Next, we got 2 games left. We got New Orleans versus Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are 3.5-point underdogs at home. T.O., who you got in this game?
This is also one of my favorite games of the week. I like the Saints in this game. I like them. I also like them to cover the spread. Just because the Saints defense is pretty real. They pretty legit. I ain't gonna lie. The Saints defense is pretty legit. And then you're going against a rookie quarterback that they still trying to figure it out. Their receiver core is real suspect right now in Carolina. They got
Mm-hmm.
they got Jonathan Mingo. They got an aging Adam Thielen. They got a banged up ass DJ Chark. I do like Hayden Hurst at the tight end. He's a solid ass tight end. And then
Oh,
they
yeah,
do
he'll
got
talk.
Miles Sanders as well, but I just don't see enough offensive power on the Carolina side to win this game against that Saints defense. And I ain't even mentioned the Saints offense with motherfucking Michael Thomas looking back like he ready. You got Chris Olave. You got this new guy Rashid that's looking like really the man over
Oh,
there in
yeah,
New
he's looking like
Orleans.
a dog.
He's a playmaker. He fast as hell. They giving him handoffs. They making plays for him. He getting targets. So yeah, Carolina gonna have their hands full with the Saints. Give me the Saints all day to cover the spread against them weak ass Panthers.
All right, Vic, who you got?
Oh, I got the Saints all day. That's short, sweet, simple, straight to the point. Give me the Saints. I like the way the Saints is moving. Derek Carr got a new swag on him. I like the Saints to cover the 3. Man, yeah. Just give me the Saints. I almost wanted to say I do like the under. I don't know if I don't think the Panthers can score. Honestly, like that defense is coming, and then you got the rookie quarterback going against that defense. So give me the Saints. I'm fidgety with the under, but just give me the Saints. I won't go anything with the over under.
I'll
Yeah.
hop on the bandwagon with y'all. Give me the Saints minus the 3. I brought it down to the 3 because it is a divisional game. But yeah, that Saints defense, the truth. Whenever Marcus Lattimore is playing, the defense is even better. Um, I see it's going to be a low scoring game too. I like the under in this game. I can see Saints putting up like 24, 28, 30 points. I see the Panthers coming up with maybe a touchdown, maybe a couple field goals. As long as Bryce Young don't throw no pick sixes or something like that, I really like the under in this game too. I think they're gonna play hard. So give me the Saints minus the 3. And the last game on the slate, we got the Cleveland Browns versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh are 2-point underdogs, home dogs. T.O., who you got in this game?
Man, in this game, the way the Browns disrespected the Bengals this last week, I like the Browns all day to cover the spread against the Steelers because that Browns defense was lights out, and the Steelers don't have as many weapons as the Bengals do. So if they can shut down the Bengals like that, I'm expecting them to shut down the Steelers just the same. Give me the Browns in this game to cover the spread. Right now, I'm looking at it as 2.5, 2.5, 3. Either way it go, give me the Browns all day to cover the spread.
All right, Browns. T.O. got the Browns minus the 3, minus the 2.5. Vic, what you got?
Steelers, Mike Tomlin. So last week, I got the Steelers with a close one. I don't expect the Steelers to get embarrassed. I feel like they literally got embarrassed on their home field last week. That is like the Steelers don't normally get embarrassed like that at home. So I feel like Tomlin's gonna have them boys ready to play. I feel like they're gonna come out with fire in their ass. They're gonna be burning hot. They're gonna be pissed off. So give me the Steelers to cover. Just give me the Steelers to cover.
All right, T.O. rolling with the Browns. Vic rolling with the Steelers. Before Deontay Johnson got hurt, I would have rolled with the Steelers plus the 2. Deontay is supposed to miss a few games with an injury. With that being said, I'm staying clear away from this game, homie. I lean Steelers just because I don't see them getting embarrassed. Once again, it's a divisional game. They're going to play each other tough. If you can buy it up plus 3, I ain't mad at it. This game makes me really, really nervous. If you want to buy the over, buy a couple points, get the over under like 41 points. I can see this being a hard fought. I can see a lot of field goals in this game with those two defenses. TJ Watt looking phenomenal, potential defensive player of the year. But give me the under. I lean Steelers, but I'm staying away from this game, but I lean the under. So T.O. got the Cleveland Browns minus 2.5, minus 3. Vic rolling with the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 2, plus 2.5. And I'm rolling with the under, buying it up to 41. So that covers all the games for week 2 NFL. Tough week 1, had some close calls, man. A lot of money to be made. None of our bets really hit this week, but that's kind of to be expected. Week 1 is a little difficult. Got to get a good read on this team. Hopefully we have better luck on weeks 2. Stay tuned for the end of this podcast. Our parlays will be posted at the end of this video. So make sure you tune in to see any games that we talked about or see what our parlays are for this week. Feel free to pick individual games from those parlays if those parlays are just too risky for you, or feel free to bet $10, $5, $100 on the parlays if you see something you like. Like I said in episode 1, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some, but we're going to do that together. Thank you again for joining us, the Parlay Gang, Sports Gambling Made Easy. Any parting words, T.O., Vic?
Man, hey, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. Hey, the Parlay Gang, and then on TikTok, just the Parlay Gang. But make sure y'all, man, we appreciate all the followers so far, all the supporters so far. Make sure y'all tap in, man, follow us and subscribe on YouTube, man. The Parlay Gang every week for the upcoming the best of the week and the best parlays, man. So stay tuned, man. Tap in with us, man. Stay locked in.
Stay tuned, like you said. Follow us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey, we taking off. We about to do this thing. All right, we in this thing together. Again, bet smart, bet with your own budget, bet your budget. Don't bet over your budget as you continue to learn how to bet. And if you got any questions, hey, hit us up in the comments, man. Talk to us. Let us know how you feeling, what you think. If you got any extra questions, if you're uncertain about some things, hit us up in the DMs or on our pages, on all our platforms, and reach out to us because we want to be involved with y'all as much as well. Let's talk.
Yes, sir. And bet responsibly. Bet responsibly.
Yes. We are not financial advisors. Gamble at your own risk. Hit us up in the comments whether you happy about our bets, our suggestions, whether you angry. Let us know how you feel, good or bad. Like I said, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some, but we're going to do that together. So let us know how you feel in the comments. Any suggestions, hit it in the comments. Hit us on the DMs. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube, The Parlay Gang. Instagram at The Parlay Gang. TikTok, Twitter at the Parlay Gang, man. Follow us, share the podcast, man. We appreciate it. We committed. We're going to be here for a long time. We're not going nowhere. So this is just the beginning. Like I said, we're going to win y'all some money. Y'all going to be real happy with us, man. The Parlay Gang. Let's get it, man. Salute everybody. Much love.
Yes, sir.